Hello, everyone, and welcome to my introduction to the Arkansas Tech University's library website. My name is Andrea Parton. This presentation is being done for Information Sources and Services at Texas Women's University, and the date is the 26th of July, 2021. For my instructional session, I have several learning outcomes that I hope for my students to achieve. Number one, students will be able to navigate to the Arkansas Tech University library website. Number two, students will be able to find the A to Z databases. Number three, students will be able to filter databases by subject. Number four, students will be able to locate the research guides section. Number five, students will be able to find their field of study within the guides and identify one suggested database for research on that topic. Finally, number six, students will be able to identify the suggested citation style for their field of study. So, for my instruction session, I would be working with students who have access to either in a computer lab or with a classroom that has computers in it. I would have them follow along with me through these steps. The first thing we need to do is navigate to the library website. So we can go the simple route by typing in library.atu.edu, or I'm going to stop sharing this for a moment, and I'm going to share. Where did my homepage go? Is it here? Yes. Alternatively, you'll notice that when we are on this screen, the address is libguides.atu.edu/research. Both addresses will take you to the same library homepage. For this instructional session, it is assumed that students are already familiar with the physical library and the general search box. So we'll be focusing on the research tools section, and even more specifically on the A to Z databases. I'll show the students that up here, if you know a certain database you're looking for, you can search for it. I've searched for opposing viewpoints in here before, so that's popping up for me. Otherwise, a handy tool for students is to filter the databases by subject. So we can select a certain subject, say behavioral sciences, and that will filter our databases and only show us the best databases for articles and resources related to the behavioral sciences. We have a subject liaison and contact information, which is the expert librarian in residence for this subject field. We have our best bets. So these are the favorite databases for this subject field in this slightly yellow box, if you can see that color difference there at the top. And then alphabetically, the rest and all of the databases that are considered having to do or related to or dealing with behavioral sciences. The next thing that I want to show my students is the link to the research guides. Once again, in this research tools section of the library homepage, we're going to research guides, and you can see here that we have a list of different subjects here. These are all of the different academic departments that Arkansas Tech University has on campus. So any of our students should be able to find their area of study on this list. So let's say I'm a nursing student. I can click on nursing, and sometimes there will be specific courses listed here if professors want their students using specific resources for a specific course. But sometimes there will just be a general page for the topic. So nursing is a great example of this. They give you all of what are considered the best nursing resources that Arkansas Tech University has access to, gathered all in one place. So we've got the general search bar up here to begin with first, but then we'll notice that one of the main focuses in any of these research guides is going to be the research databases that are considered the most popular to use in this field of study. So students who are new to a certain field of study or haven't done a lot of academic research in the field before can come to the research guides, go to their subject, and see what some of the most popular databases are. Additionally, one last thing I want to show you in the research guides, you'll see different tabs for different resources and tools that are considered useful for you in this subject area. What I want you to look at is the citation help. When you go to the citation help tab, you'll see that in nursing, our citation help is focused around APA style. So that tells me that student research papers and academic papers written about and for nursing should be done in APA style unless the instructor states otherwise. That concludes the instructional session. So now I need to go back to sharing my PowerPoint. So the way I will assess whether the students have really learned what I wanted them to learn is I will give them a worksheet which can be quickly and easily filled out there. Since they've been following along with me on the website, they should be able to do this fairly quickly. The worksheet will ask them to identify the library website and their major field of study, use the library's research guides to determine a popular database, as well as citation information pertinent to their specific subject matter. So they'll just need to name one database and the citation style that they would be expected to use. And finally, I'll ask the students to identify any issues they might have encountered which were not addressed during the instructional section. So in other words, I'll ask them how I could have been more helpful as an instructor. Thank you for listening to my presentation. That's all I've got.